Hey there, busy mama. I'm Ruthie from PercolateKitchen.com, and this is the Busy Mama Kitchen. So recently I was talking with a friend, and we were kind of like commiserating together on what a total pain in the butt it is sometimes to get our kids to eat their dinner. Like, for real. I may be a chef, maybe I'm professionally inclined in the kitchen, but trust, I have legit the same issues that you do getting your kids to eat their freaking dinner, no matter what it is. It could be chicken nuggets and macaroni and cheese, and they would probably pitch a fit. It's just the nature of kids. Sometimes they're obstinate and they choose the exact moment at the dinner hour to voice all the freaking opinions that you don't want to necessarily listen to because you just need them to eat. You know they need to eat. It's also like sometimes I feel like my kids literally wait until dinner time, which is a moment of the day when they know that I am at like my freaking weakest. It's been a long day. We're all tired. That bedtime routine train is just like chugging closer and closer, and I can see a glass of wine and Netflix in my future, and they choose that moment at the dinner table to just be like, you know what? I don't care what this is. I don't care that I'll probably like it. This is the hill I'm choosing to die on. I am not eating this dinner. It's like a woosah moment, you know? These are also the moments that I have to confess I'm not always at my best. The bribing starts, the needling, the crying, sometimes from me, sometimes from the kids. Yeah, I've been there. I have cried. I have done it all. I have not felt very good about it. And then I've tried to figure out a solution that worked for everybody. And I have this one thing that I had to share. It's not the only thing that I do, but this is a pretty foolproof way, and I wanted to share it with you today. It works in getting my kids to eat their dinner like 94% of the time. You know that phrase where you say 94% of the time it works all the time? That's pretty much what this one is. So, I mean, we're still talking stubborn children at the end of the day. Yeah, it's a recipe for disaster occasionally, but this is a thing that I do that works often. So you ready? You want to hear what it is? I say I take my kids to the bar. Okay, all right, I'm not actually taking, a baby to a bar. It's kind of a joke, but I'm not totally taking them to the bar, but I do set up what I call a DIY dinner bar, like a buffet table, essentially, in my kitchen. And then I lay out a whole bunch of ingredients in a bunch of different bowls. I give my kids a plate or a bowl, and I'm like, have at it. Like, make your own friggin' dinner then. So these are the types of DIY bowls, DIY bars that I like to do. I thought I would give you a couple different ideas of the actual recipe, actual idea theme that I do that has worked reasonably well with my kids, who are quite stubborn, but pretty good eaters. They're just very stubborn. So, yeah, these are the ideas. Also, I wanted to point out real quick, you know what the inspiration was behind this? The Super Bowl. Because what works best at a Super Bowl party are these buffet bars, like chili bars and everything. And I saw that and how well it worked, and I was like, that would be great for dinner. It's a few more bowls to wash, but it's not the hassle. You're also not cooking quite as often. Once I get into a few of these, you'll see that they're really easy to put together. And kids like it. It gives them that kind of autonomy that they really need at the dinner table. If you watch Ellen Setter or listen to Ellen Setter or read any of her things, Ellen Setter, Ellyn is her first name, Setter, Satter. She's like a meal coach and a kids feeding expert, and she teaches about this thing called the division of responsibility, which is, as a parent, you're still driving the ship at dinner time in that you choose what we're eating or what time we're eating, and then the kids at the dinner table choose how much they're going to eat of that and when they're full and everything. So they have to try at least what you put on the table, but they don't actually have to keep eating everything. And it divides that responsibility between the parent and the child so that each feels like they've taken their specific role in the meal, which helps the kids eat and the parents feel a little bit better about the situation, and it doesn't have all of the control on either on one end over the other. It divides that responsibility, and it's a really cool way of thinking. Sometimes it's harder to actually do than it is to think about. But I really recommend you look into, if you are having a lot of issues with picking kids or kids putting up a fight at the dinner table, look into the Ellen Satter mode of division of responsibility. And she's just at, I believe it's ellensatter.com. And she has a great newsletter that she sends out with ideas and encouragement to get your kids to eat. So let's get back to the DIY dinner bars. And these are I have 5 that I love that have worked for us in the past that I really recommend you try if you want to try this out. So the first one is a baked potato bar. And this can be regular old baked potatoes, like baking a russet potato. It could be baking sweet potatoes. It can either be taking those baby potatoes and roasting them and making like a little bowl. You can lay out a bunch of individual ingredients like shredded cheddar, sour cream, chives, salad toppers, in the dressing aisle of your grocery store. A lot of times I find something called a salad topper, which is just like sweet pecans, or I think sometimes they're like maple sugar almonds, and you're supposed to just open up the bag and toss it on your salad. And they're great, they're tasty, but they're really good on like a baked sweet potato. So that's a really good thing to put on the side that kids like too. And like diced bacon, etc. So baked potato bar, number 1. Number 2 is a chili bar, of course, the Super Bowl's like gold standard of a Super Bowl party. It doesn't have to be spicy chili if your kids aren't down with that. Like it can be, at the preschool where I work, I make the kids lentil chili a lot, and I add paprika and cumin and ground garlic and garlic powder, and a lot of onion and fresh garlic and some tomato sauce. And it makes it like a non-spicy chili. So you can do lentils or sweet potatoes or ground beef, white chicken, anything like that. And then top it again with typical chili toppings, sour cream, shredded cheese, diced avocados, etc. So number 2 is the chili bar. Number 3 is one of my favorites. It's a pasta bar. It's super fun. You can do angel hair pasta, rotini, farfalle, the little bow tie pastas. And then you can have a whole bunch of different sauces like marinara, Alfredo, and BT dubs. If you're opening up a jar of marinara or a jar of Alfredo and pouring it in a bowl, do not feel like literally even a shred of guilt about that, because there is no shame in the jar game. If you're getting dinner on the table, that is the important thing. You are in the kitchen cooking dinner for your kids. That is the biggest thing. And if you have to open up a jar to get dinner on the table, and have everybody sitting around and eating something fresh and wholesome and healthy, you do you, girl. That is excellent. That is way more than some people are doing for their kids. So do not feel guilt if you're not making a lot of this stuff from scratch. So number 3, pasta bar. Open up those jars, get them going. And number 4 is like the taco / fajita / burrito bar. Think about Mexican, Latino food. Lay out flour tortillas, corn tortillas, crunchy, soft, and then all the different fillings, just kind of like with the chili bar rather, like ground beef, ground chicken, or cooked chicken, shredded chicken. You can go vegetarian with a smoky chickpea version of a taco, and avocado, shredded cheese, shredded lettuce. There's a lot of cheese here. I don't know if there's something you're seeing, because that cheese also carries into number 5, which is my kid's favorite, the pizza bar. So you don't have to always do a fresh ball of dough or make that from scratch, or even pick up the frozen balls of fresh made dough from your grocery store, which is something that we do pretty regularly. But you can start off with naan bread, pita bread. There's a company called Flat Out that makes these amazing flatbreads. You can usually find them in the deli section of your grocery store, and those make a phenomenal pizza base. Lay all of these flatbreads out on a sheet pan, top them with some tomato sauce and shredded mozzarella cheese, and then literally pull all of the leftovers out of your fridge and use those as toppings. Got some leftover roast broccoli, got some shredded chicken, add all of that on. Don't go to town creating a brand new pizza topping when you've already probably got a lot of stuff that will work awesome on a pizza. Most things would work well on a pizza. We'll even do pears and ricotta cheese, or anything that you can think of. The other thing I wanted to add about with a pizza bar is that you don't even need to go fancy with the tomato sauce that goes on top of the pizza. This is what I do for my pizza sauce. It's extremely labor intensive. That's me being sarcastic, because it's not. It's really easy. I take tomato paste, and then I mix it with a bit of olive oil and water and mix it in a bowl until it gets to be like a saucy consistency. and then I season it to taste with salt and oregano. That's it. I don't buy like a fancy pizza sauce, nothing. I get an 89-cent dollar a can of tomato paste, and there you go. That's like enough pizza. It's enough pizza sauce for probably 2 pizzas at least. So there you have it. My 5 different types of DIY dinner bars that are, like I said, 94% guaranteed to get your kids to eat. Maybe it's a bit closer to pushing past the dinner hour and getting those kids in bed and having some mama time on the couch with your Netflix, because I hear you, that's the best part of the day. So thank you for being here, and don't forget, you're doing an awesome job. For more tips, tricks, ideas, shortcuts, meal planning ideas, recipes, all that good stuff to make your weeknights easier, head to percolatekitchen.com. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.